Greetings! Cassandra here from the Oregon Aviation Historical Society and Museum here in lovely Cottage Grove, Oregon, K61S on Jim Wright Field. Many of you may recognize the aircraft here as Addison Pemberton's Boeing 40 mail plane, which has been recently rehomed to the Western Antique Airplane and Automobile Museum, also known as WAM, in Hood River, Oregon. We at OAHS would like to take this opportunity to share with you a bit of Oregon's aviation history and how it pertains to this magnificent aircraft. Our part of the story begins in 1928 when this aircraft took off from Medford, Oregon on a regular mail run. Running into low-lying fog and bad weather, it crashed into a hillside just outside of Canyonville, Oregon. On board were pilot and passenger. The passenger was the owner of a local drugstore chain who was also carrying a bag of diamonds on board. The pilot did survive the wreckage and managed to make his way down to the highway to seek help in town, leading to the later recovery of the passenger's remains as well as most of his diamonds, though there are quite a few rumors of large carats wandering around southern Oregon. Our story also continues in the 1920s with Tex Rankin, who established the Rankin Flying School just outside of Portland at Swan Island, attracting men and women from all over to become aviators. One of those men being Ray Bartley from Southern Oregon, who left his homestead to journey north to learn to fly from Tex Rankin. He did so in 1927, earning his pilot's license and later becoming an aircraft mechanic under Danny Greco, later becoming a lead for Tex Rankin, traveling with the Flying Air Show as well as working maintenance on aircraft at the school. Ray was with Tex until the early 1930s when Tex relocated to California. At that time, Ray returned to Southern Oregon, continuing a mechanically inclined career and passing his love of aviation to the family that he raised in the Rogue Valley. One of those being his son, Ron Bartley. Ron of Ashland, Oregon, became a geologist by trade, learned the passion of aviation from his father, and later in life became an aviator, also learning to locate lost aircraft, one of which was the Boeing 40. In the early 1990s, Ron took his first trek into the wreckage, pulling out parts and pieces over the next few years, and then eventually gathering a group of OAHS members to go in and cart out that fuselage that Ron housed in a horse trailer until being put in touch with Addison, which, as they say, the rest is history. We at OAHS are so proud to be a part of the small backstory to this magnificent piece of living history. We are also honored here at the museum that the Bartley family is still dear friends to the museum. We do welcome you to come see parts of the Bartley collection that are on display here at the museum, as well as learn about any of the other aviators we've talked about today, Tex Rankin and his flying school, and much more of Oregon's aviation history. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 3, and Saturdays, couple more through September. We do hope to see you soon.